Blizzard Gaming here, and today we are in another video, and today I'm actually in a tutorial video. In this video we are going to be learning how to make an outro for your YouTube channel and how to import it to your videos. So let's get started first by making the outro template, and basically what the outro template is basically this. This is, oh, sorry guys, I'm just saying this randomly. This right here, this is the outro template that we are going to be making. So here we go. Let's first you want to start off by going to File, New. If you're new to this program, just follow with me. I'm gonna call this tutorial, and you want to put it 1280 by 720, resolution of 150, RGB color for the color mode. The resolution is that. Oh, that's the resolution. Background you want to be transparent, 8-bit. You want this to be pixels /inch, and these to be pixels as well. So yeah, now we're going to just hit OK, and you'll be greeted with this type thing here. Now, what you want to start off with is a background. Now, a background that I would most likely use is this. So, what you can make your own background, and all you're gonna need is two things: the paintbrush tool, and you will also need a texture from the internet. I am going to grab a texture real quick from my photos. You can't see this, but I will. I'm gonna grab a texture real quick. Just look up texture 1280 by 720, and you will find something like that. So I think what I'm going to use is this this texture right here. So I'm gonna delete that real quick. First, what we want to do, you can just hit the delete key on your keyboard if you didn't know that. And I'm actually going to name this the color for background, which is BG. Color for background. And so we are going to just get the paint tool, make it at least 1200, and choose your two favorite colors. For me, you just want to click these two, by the way, down here. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I forgot that this happened. My mouse isn't showing up. It may be showing up for you guys, but not for me. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. The eraser, I don't believe, is showing up. I think that is what's going on. So I'm actually holding a circle. You may not be able to see that, or you may actually be able to see that. But yeah. And if it goes black for a second there, I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to, figure out a way that I can actually do this without that happening. But you basically want to make a circle like that. You want to also make your opacity 100%, flow 100%, and what? Hang on. I was doing something at one point, and I have. There we go. So you want to choose one of the lighter, or one of the ones that doesn't go in as much. So you want to just do this, and put in your favorite color. I'm trying to find one that, yeah, that does that. You want it to do that. So choose your favorite color. I'm going to just be choosing orange and yellow, because those are kind of my channel colors. You can hit X to switch them, and we're going to do that. Hit X again, and do that, and I kind of want to darken that up over there, and then add in some more on this side. Yeah, there we go. So now you have this. You want to add in your texture, so I'm going to drag it in here. And then we're going to just do this. And you want to resize it to where it's like this. Then what you want to do is go to overlay, and as you can see, it changes into that, and you can change your opacity to how much you want to see it. I'm just going to do full opacity because I like that. It looks nice as it is. Now to make the boxes, you want to choose the marquee tool, the rectangular marquee tool. You want to make a rectangular figure of shape or whatever. As you can see, we've got this here. We want to, if you want to change it, you can just do transform selection, and that's what I'm going to do there. Now what you can do for this selection, let's do, hang on, it's not, oh, yeah, because you got to do that, and I'm going to make the pixels for my brush, let's do like an 8. Let's do 8 and see how that does that. And let's change back to that. Oh wait. Let's make a new layer. Call it rectangle. Or you can call it video input, whatever you want to do. We're going to select it. Hit stroke. You want to make it black. And there we go. Now, as you can see, that's way too big, so we're going to go back. We're going to do the stroke. And let's do 8 for the pixels. That should be that should be good there. So now we can hit Control D to deselect it. Now we have this rectangle. So you want to put this rectangle up in the corner somewhere like that. And then I'm going to go into the layer style, which you just double click on the layer, which is over here. You just double click this, and now you're over here. So now what you want to do is probably you want to go for a drop shadow, inner shadow, outer glow, or no, not outer glow, inner glow, and then you want to do a bevel and emboss. So now that you have this, you have your rectangle situated, all you got to do is you want to first copy this layer style. Just right click it, copy layer style. You can close that to make it shorter by doing that. Just click that. Actually, you can't really see that. I know this is getting, the screen is moving for you guys, but it's okay. It's making it better. So there we go. Now, you can actually click this arrow here, and it will do that. And now what you want to do is you want to hit Control J to duplicate the layer, and you don't want to move it off the center, but you want to move it to where it looks like it's good. So now we have these two. This is where you want to put your videos, and actually, you want to go and hold Control and do that, and you want hold Control and click this little square over here, and then do Control Shift I, or no, don't do that. It's actually selecting the whole thing, which you don't want it to be. I may okay. Don't deselect it just yet. What you want to do is you want to start erasing the middle of this. Hang on. I'm sorry, guys. This is not. Just keep what you had. Don't do anything. Let me do what I did again. And let me just hide the selection by Control H, and then why are there's two. Okay, I'm gonna make another rectangle, guys, and you can do this as well if you would like, but I'm just gonna do this just because I want to try that over because, okay, transform selection, make it a little smaller. There we go. So now I'm going to stroke that, and there we go. So now we're going to hide the selection by Control H, and then we're going to since we copied that layer style, which is good, paste layer style, and then Control J again. I'm sorry about that. Rectangle 2. Good God. Rectangle 2. Okay. And it is smaller, which I don't get. There we go. And you can rename it whatever you would like. There we go. So now, I'm going to just do that, rectangle 2. And then now what you want to do is click this little folder, and we're going to name this rectangles. And then we're going to we're going to click this one, and then click that, or hold control and click that one. And then now we have that folder of the rectangles. So I want to take this first rectangle, and what I want to do is you want to start erasing what you have in the middle. So basically, to do that, we're going to first start erasing the texture, and then you want to erase the background. Basically, anything that was in this square or rectangle, you want to erase. And yeah, so I'm going to speed this up. I'm going to speed me doing this up and doing the other one. So yeah, guys, I'll see you guys once I'm done speeding it up. Alrighty guys, so there's probably a much easier way to do that, but erasing it I just found was probably the best way. But now it's time to add in the text. So let me actually put these in this folder here, close that up, and I'm going to create a new folder, and we're going to call it text. So we're not going to put it in yet, but we're going to now start off with a new layer, and we're going to start off with our name. So I'm going to put my name in orange, which is, you know, my color, or not really my color, just the color that I prefer for my YouTube channel. And we're going to then put your YouTube, not gamer tag, but your YouTube name there. And we're going to put that right there in the middle. And as you can see, it's kind of starting to blend in out here and over here. What we are going to do is we are going to add in some blending to make it to where it doesn't really show that much. So I'm going to add in, I'm actually going to do this a little bit better. Let's add in a drop shadow. Let's make the opacity all the way distance 5, spreads 5, and the size 7. And then we can go to inner shadow, and I'm gonna make that a size of 10, and let's just make that 10. And then we're going to make the distance 3. There we go. Now we're going to add in an inner glow. And then we are going to pull the opacity up. Make the size 9. And we'll do... I'm actually going to make that 70. Then we're going to do bevel and emboss. And then we're going to pull the soften up to, let's do 10. So now that we have this, and you can make your depth, I'm going to make it 1000%. There we go. Looks awesome. So now that we have our text, we're going to copy layer style and make all of our text that. So now what I'm going to add in is other videos. And we can make this smaller or bigger by hitting Control T and then resizing it to what we want. That's not how you spell videos. Videos. And there we go. So now that we have that there, we are going to then paste layer style, and we're going to adjust the effects a little bit, like the inner shadow and the inner glow. We may change the inner glow to a size of 5 and a low opacity, and then the inner shadow we will change the distance and the opacity we're going to turn down, and there we go. So now that we have that text, we are going and I'm going to use my outro template as a kind of thing, not a thing, but I didn't mean to do that, as a reference. So now what you probably want to put is like a message like thanks for watching. And then we're going to put that right there in the middle, and we're going to paste layer style. I'm going to drop these down just to make it not so like that. And then what we can do is actually we're going to add in, I think, a few more things actually. And what you basically want to do is add in a subscribe button and a Twitter sign or a Facebook sign that you have. I'm going to add in a subscribe button and a Twitter sign. So let me just find one here in my pictures, because I know I have one somewhere rummaging through here. And you probably want to put your logo as well, which I'm going to do here. I'm going to size it down a lot more than what it is there. And there we go. So now we have our logo here. And then let me just find a Twitter and a subscribe button. I know I have one in here. Here's one. We're going to use this one, and we're going to just tilt it a little bit and fit it in here nicely. So now we are going to add in a drop shadow for that. And then let's up the effects a little bit. Distance, spread. It's whatever you really want. It's all personal preference. I'm going to turn the opacity down and turn the size up. There we go. And then we're going to add an inner glow. And then I'm going to make that opacity way down there. And then we're going to bevel it just to give it that depth, and we're going to soften that up there, depth fully. And there we go. So now it gives you more of a 3D effect on that subscribe button. And now I'm actually going to copy, or no, not paste layer style. I'm going to copy that layer style, and we're going to find the Twitter. There we go. We got our Twitter logo here. Size it down a little bit, tilt it to where it's like that. Then we can then paste that, and there we go. It gives it all just a better look. And what I'm actually going to do is click here, and let me add in one more piece of text. Let me just add in my Twitter name. And I'm just going to do an @BlazeItUp Gaming. All personal preference, really. It's really just what you want. Play around with it, and you know, it'll just start to look good after a while. There we go. So we're going to copy this layer style, and we're going to paste it onto here. Way too much of everything. And we're going to then just size all that down. The inner glow we're going to bring down, size it down. And yeah, so I think we're going to add in more of a depth look to that. And so now we have, actually, let me actually try. Let me change that to for my. I want to make it a little more of a solid look. Let's turn the soften to 0. That looks pretty good. I like that. It like sharpens the edge. That's pretty cool. I never really looked at the soften really all that much. That's pretty cool. I like that. Let me just turn the soften to 0 on that. Make it a sharper look, and look at that. It's all shiny and sharp and stuff like that. And let's do that for these as well. Let's turn that. There we go. That's a sharper look. I really like that. I don't know. I don't know about it. I just really like the more of a sharp look. And let me bevel and emboss this. Let's try that. No. Yeah. So I think that looks great. That's a great outro there. If you want to make it look exactly like mine, or not exactly like mine, but you know, have your name and everything like that, not exactly like mine, but you know, have it to look like mine, that's totally fine. And then, yeah, so now I'm going to basically go to File, Save As. We're going to go to Desktop and use PNG. Hit Save and OK. Now that we have that done, we are now going to, I also minimized it as well. So now I'm going to open my Sony Vegas Pro 13, and we are going to, I'm going to show you guys how to do it with Sony Vegas. If you don't have Sony Vegas, I'm sorry that you can just stop the tutorial there and use your editor that you use. But I'm just going to show you the techniques on Sony Vegas. Let me just get it open real quick here. And then there we go. Refresh it and OK. And there you go. Alright. So now you want to have your tutorial picture, or not tutorial picture, but outro thing there. And you want to just drag it down there. As you can see, it appears here. I'm going to minimize it real quick, and we're going to add in some music. I'm just going to add in the music that I normally do. So Virtual Riot by Idols, EDM Mashup, and we are going to find a good place to start that. And we're going to turn it way down because it's really loud. And this is how you'd add it to a video. This isn't how you would, this isn't how you would, put it in to a video. You would probably do it like how I do, which I start the music a little bit before my outro, but you know, you add in where you want it. Right there is where I want to start it, and I would make this maybe 5 seconds until my outro is done. So hang on 1 second. And so right there, that's where I would put that, and I would end it. Alright, so this is how you'd probably want to put it in. You'd have your outro, so you know, you'd start your outro, and what I would do is put that in a separate track, and then turn it down lower than you already have that one. So I'm gonna make it 25, and then you do your outro here, and then you know, goodbye everybody, and then it would start. And there you go. Now, how do you add in videos? I'll get to that in just a second. You want to also make sure maintain aspect ratios on, and you want to go into properties and make sure on media, you want to go to media, make sure the alpha channel is straight and unmatted. And as you can see here, I didn't erase some of that, but just you know, I didn't spend too much time on it. So yeah, to add in a video, what I'm gonna do is just add in a sample video. So you would obviously put in both your videos. I'm just going to show you how to put in one. So you just want to go to videos, or wherever your video is that you want to put in there, and we'll just do I guess hang on, videos, sample videos. We'll just do this wildlife sample video. Okay, and then what you would want to do initially is add in a put that in there, and you want it to start here. And let's just get that to that there, and then yeah. So as you can see, it's bigger. You want to just click this little button here, and you want to resize it down to the size of your little video thing. We're going to turn off maintain aspect ratio, because that's going to mess us all up. And then we can just do this and fit it in there, and now you have this. You'd also maybe want to add in a blend off, so just to do that, just maybe go in 2 seconds before it ends, and just make that like that. Fade out, offset, like that, and maybe a fade in or a flash in, which I think I have done before. And then at the end it would be like this. And there you go. So that is how you do your outros. That is how you would basically make your outro in Photoshop and to use Sony Vegas. So I hope you did learn a lot. I did spend a long time on this video. A lot of it was probably just edited down. But yeah, guys, I do hope you learned something from this. I know there's kind of a lot of mess ups and a lot of mistakes here and there, but you know, you can't expect the perfect out of somebody. But yeah, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed. And if you have, hit the like button down below, subscribe to Gunboys Today, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, epic Spider-Man-ness! Like the anime version of Spider-Man. That's exactly what this